Today on Eagle Nation News, me and Matney hit the halls to find out what students are doing for Eagle Time and what changes are coming in the next few weeks.
Our neighboring town, Salina, has been developing and changing right before our eyes. What else does this town have in store?
And finally, Lauren Womack is in studio discussing an announcement from Netflix regarding one of their most popular shows.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Grant Johnson.
And I'm Julia Bizayan.
So I know there was a lot of talk about taking Eagle Time out for next year, but I'm really glad that it's here.
Yeah, for sure. This year, I've been using a lot of my Eagle Times to get my homework done. I know a lot of student athletes are doing just the same, but what do you do for Eagle Time?
During Eagle Time, I usually prepare for our next show or get some homework done.
Yeah. So let's find out what other students do and what changes are soon to come.
In just a few weeks, Eagle Time will have stricter rules to help ensure that students are using this time to their advantage. We hit the halls to see where these students go during Eagle Time and what they do.
What do you do or where do you go during Eagle Time?
I go to the theater department, the black box.
I use it to hang out with friends.
Mainly to ask teachers questions I don't understand on like homework or projects.
Where do you go and what do you do during Eagle Time?
I go to Miss Tyler's room, and that's the floral room, and I just get work done or hang out in there with some friends.
I use my Eagle Time to watch The Office.
So where do you go and what do you usually do during Eagle Time?
I usually stay in the cafeteria for so that I can have a break from school and regroup sort of, so I'm not constantly stressed about school.
These new Eagle Time changes will help to make sure that students are able to use this time for things such as studying and getting help from a teacher, and will begin next 9 weeks. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Mia Matney. Prosper.
People around the country have waited to see the verdict of the Amber Guyger trial. The former Dallas cop shot and killed Botham Jean in his apartment on the night of September 6, 2018. At 10:45 this morning, Judge Tammy Kemp revealed the jury's verdict to the court.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The jury having reached a verdict, Ms. Guyger and your team, would you please stand? We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Amber Guyger, guilty of murder as charged in the indictment. No outburst.
And what you saw at the end of that clip was Jean's family's cheering following the indictment. The court was dismissed for lunch and will return at 1 p.m. to discuss her sentence time. The decision was made to charge Amber Guyger with murder, which could be a sentence between 5 and 99 years. We'll have more on this story in the following weeks as the trial comes to an end.
The Prosper Police Department is hosting a national night out tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. The goal of this event is to raise awareness for crime prevention, have more neighborhood spirit, and to have a better police community bond. It will be located at the police station in downtown Prosper.
Something we only see in movies came to life last Thursday as a 28-year-old woman named Maria was an experienced skydiver with only 125 jumps, but tragedy struck in California when she was skydiving with a group of 6 people and landed on a semi-truck that was driving on nearby Highway 99. Winds were between 15 and 20 miles per hour at the end, and the rest of the group landed well before the start of the road, making it unclear as to how the woman landed so far downwind.
It's officially the scariest month of the year, but how scary are the temperatures looking? Brenna Gibbons is in studio with your fast forecast.
Thank you, Julia. For now, the temperatures aren't too scary. The current temperature is 81 degrees and the real field temperature is 88, with the winds blowing at 12 miles per hour. So it is feeling a little bit chillier than what we've been seeing these past couple of weeks. As for the rest of the week, it will be sunny with the high 80s and low 90s, and we can expect to see a thunderstorm on Thursday. The beginning of next week is when we will begin to see those fall temperatures, starting with Monday beginning at 76 degrees. With your fast forecast, I'm Brenna Gibbons. Back to you guys at the desk.
When we return, Lauren Womack is in studio with your Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Are you a U.S. citizen who's not a registered felon and are at least 18 years old? Then make sure to register to vote. It's important. It's how democracy works. It's part of being an adult. When you vote, you get a fancy sticker. What's there not to love? But my vote doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It matters a lot at the local and state levels. And hey, guess what? It still matters at the federal level. 537 votes decided Bush versus Gore in 2000. Your vote matters way more than you think. Seriously though, it's your turn to decide your future. Don't waste it. Go to vote.org for more information about voter registration.
Now here in studio is Lauren Womack with an update from Netflix.
Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin tied the knot once again last night in honor of their one-year wedding anniversary. They did their I Do Over surrounded by friends and family at the Somerset Chapel in Bluffton, South Carolina. So for all of you longtime Bieber fans like myself, you won't get your dream come true of marrying childhood superstar Bieber. For fans of Stranger Things, you are in luck because Season 4 is a go, announced yesterday by Netflix. Along with this being announced, Netflix has also signed creators of the hit sci-fi TV show The Duffer Brothers to a multi-year deal to make movies and TV show. They did not announce the exact date it will premiere, but multiple sources say it won't be ready until 2021. Let us know your thoughts on Season 4 of Stranger Things and if you plan on watching it. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter and check out our website eaglenation.net to watch previous episodes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Salina, Texas is not talked about much, but the town is growing right alongside us.
Abigail Smith takes a look into what Salina has to offer.
While we are all aware that Prosper is growing extremely fast, what you may not know is that Salina is projected to be even larger. In fact, the city has predicted 100,000 residents by the year 2024.
We've been living in Salina for about 8 years now, and I would say the biggest changes that I've noticed are just the addition of all the new neighborhoods and houses that have popped up, so a lot more people. But also I think a big plus to that is the expansion of downtown and just all the new like shops and restaurants and stuff. My favorite part about Salina is just the small town feel, just that charm that comes from small town Texas.
With all of the growth in Salina, the downtown is also quickly expanding and small businesses are benefiting from this growth.
Well, we've got so many different things opening up. We've already had Hay Sugar open up, Toasted Walnuts opened up, Bongo Bo's is coming in October. The more that happens down here, then the more people get to enjoy it and realize what a jewel we have down here. Kind of the best of both worlds. You get the city not too far from here, but then you get this old town feeling that you're kind of step back in time and everybody's part of the community when you have a square like this.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Abigail Smith, Salina.
Our swim and dive team is on fire this season. Here in studio to discuss their big wins is Maya Peterson.
Prosper Swim and Dive were in action Saturday night for their first meet of the season. Competing against 13 teams, our boys and girls capped off the night with big wins all around, with both sides coming in second place, scoring 353 points and 292 points. With the first meet finished, the swim team has set the bar high for this season and is ready for all it has to offer. Congrats to the swim team and good luck to you all this upcoming season. Now, here at Game Time, we wanted to give both Cowboy and Saints fans a 24-hour rest period before fully analyzing Sunday night's game. First, let's focus on the positives. The Cowboys were able to get a touchdown on the board while the Saints relied on field goals. Dak was sacked once while Teddy Bridgewater was sacked 5 times, and both quarterbacks were an interception. But overall, Dak threw for 223 yards while Teddy threw for 193. Now that we've gotten through the positives, here are a couple of negatives. Zeke, who on average has surpassed 100 yards this season, was limited to 35 yards with 18 carries. Amari was able to get 5 touches with 48 yards in total. Compared to last week, he had 6 touches with 88 yards. Our top players were not playing at their top caliber Sunday night, as we saw this firsthand with veteran Jason Witten, who fumbled for the first time in ages. This play would later be reviewed to be the breaking point of the game. Many Cowboy fans are wondering who is to blame for Sunday night's loss: Dak, Jason, Zeke, or maybe Jason Garrett himself. Cowboys look to have the top O-line let fans down in the last seconds as Dak, a second-half quarterback, 8 fourth-quarter comebacks, and 14 game-winning drives through an interception to end the game, leaving the city of Dallas quiet while Who Dat Nation celebrated. Fear not, Cowboy fans, they will be back in action this Sunday against the Packers, where hopefully they will be able to redeem themselves against Aaron Rodgers. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for a recap of sports from this past week. Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the week.
The following dukes and duchesses have been elected for homecoming court. Additionally, the election for homecoming king and queen is now open. Here are the candidates. Voting will end Friday at 4 p.m. Good luck to all candidates.
That's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Julia Bizion.
And I'm Grant Johnson. Live long and prosper.